A new USDA rule that could change the balance of power between chicken growers and their integrators could also affect other livestock producers. You may recall we told you about this new rule 2 weeks ago. This week in Louisiana Agriculture's Kristen now shows us how the new regulation isn't just good news for poultry growers, but for cattle producers as well.
Ronald Richardson has been rounding up cattle for 55 years.
I've been around them all my life.
But lately, business as usual is creating more work than profit.
Your input cost, your cost of production is so high, it makes your end margin so thin.
Richardson is feeling stretched thin, pulled in two directions. You see, he's not only a cattle producer, but a poultry grower as well.
It's a hard business. It goes back to the want to. You got to want to fool with them. If you don't, you'll get very frustrated because there's not a lot of profit return in there.
Richardson and other cattle producers met in Delhi to discuss current profitability issues.
They understand there's a problem.
And learn how a new USDA regulation could benefit their pocketbooks. Fred Stokes, a Mississippi cattle rancher and leader of the Organization for Competitive Markets, believes this rule could correct a marketplace he says systematically shortchanges the farmer.
We buy from a monopoly and sell to a monopsony. We get squeezed both ways.
Stokes says they're getting too little for their products because of the lack of competition in the marketplace. In 2009, the 4 largest slaughter firms accounted for 83% of sales, according to the University of Missouri. Unlike the poultry industry, beef cattle have longer biological cycles, making them less susceptible to vertical integration.
The packers are trying to integrate is not the cow-calf producer. They're trying to integrate the feedlot sector of our industry, make the feedlots a non-competitive subsidiary of the cattle packer, and once that is accomplished, they will essentially control the market.
Bullard says national policies are cornerstones for change, but producers must help shape them.
And folks, who is it that's setting these national policies regarding your industry, the U.S. cattle industry? Is it you? We've never had an opportunity in the entire history of this industry like we have today.
Even with the opportunity for a better tomorrow, producers fear it may be too late for their future family farmers.
The young people, I see very few in my area that have the desire to fight the elements, and I say fight. It's a constant battle.
Richardson is worried that his son may never fill the seat of his tractor, but this new USDA rule could provide hope of bringing the youngest generation back to the farm.
I'm hoping I have some grandkids that will take it up. If they do, they can have it all.
Richardson just hopes he has something left to give. In Calhoun for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Kristen Oakes.
Officials with the U.S. Attorney General's Office and the USDA will meet with cattle producers in Fort Collins, Colorado, August 27th to debate the new rule. The National Cattlemen's Beef Association has spoken out against the new USDA regulation.